Greetings everyone, this is Gaia Earth Goddess and I'm back with another video, and I'm coming to tell you about things that are affecting our children and what we should be doing as parents to shield them from evils. But I know that some parents may not know about these things, so I'm just revealing it on my channel. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Dr. Seuss. And I know that Dr. Seuss, he was a real person. Some people didn't realize he was a real person. And I know that people, he's like a beloved book author. And he wrote all these children's books. And he wrote, all these things for children. He has his own Dr. Seuss week. And, and it's a big thing. There's cartoons, movies, everything. But I just wanted you guys to know a little information about Dr. Seuss. One of the things that I found out a long time ago when I was a teenager is that Dr. Seuss was very, very racist. He did not like anybody other. He was German and white. Anybody outside of that German white, prototype he didn't like. He didn't like anybody that is considered, a person of color. And that's something that I found out early on, is that he was very, very racist. And that should be enough for people of color to just stop patronizing his things and reading his books and watching his cartoons. That should be enough. But for people who aren't persons of color, I wanted to tell you more about Dr. Seuss and how originally Dr. Seuss was hired as a CIA informant. I was reading about him before, and the CIA originally hired Dr. Seuss in order to do mind control and mind manipulation on children. And he was assigned to do this through the use of children's books. Now, Walt Disney was hired and assigned the same thing, but Walt Disney was assigned to do it through movies and cartoons. And I'm going to make a video about Walt Disney as well, but right now I'm just touching on Dr. Seuss. Now, Dr. Seuss was a wizard and a warlock, and he knew how to put spell work into books in an underlying way in order to get what he wanted without, it being blatantly available for people to look at the book and say, oh my God, this is a spell or this is witchcraft, and we need to protect our children from this. So he was very well versed in it. That is one of the main reasons why all of his books, mostly all of his books, rhyme, because most of his books are actually spells. And I'm going to show you this right now. You can tell by the way that the book is written, and you can tell by the images and also by the names. So one of his most well-known books is this book, Green Eggs and Ham. Side note, I do not own this book. I borrowed it from someone else because I do not allow Dr. Seuss things to be around my children. But I borrowed it from someone else in order to go through this book and go through the pages and to show you all how deeply demonic and twisted this man was and how well hidden he hid these things. So the lighting is a little off, so I'll just have to zoom in at certain points like this so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So let's start. So the name of this book is Green Eggs and Ham, and you see the guy, I think his name is Guy, and he's not the Sam I Am character, he's the other guy, and he is looking at these green eggs and ham, and this picture looks innocent enough, but you have to look at the implications of the ham. So ham is, and I know a lot of people eat ham, but ham is more so a quote-unquote forbidden food, because everyone know that pork, whether you eat it or not, pork is very bad for you, and it messes with your heart. It's very bad. It's very filthy and things like that. And the ham is of course, the bottom part of a pig. It's a pig's butt. So it's like showing a plate or a forbidden food. Also, eggs is also a forbidden food because it's something that has no nutritional value to humans. It's literally the embryo of a chicken. It's like eating a chicken's period. It's really like it's no nutritional value or meaning. So it's food that is naturally forbidden by the human body, even though you can eat it. When I say naturally forbidden, I mean stuff that you just really are not supposed to be eating. So it's coming right off the bat, displaying that on the plate. Okay, so it's displaying something that is forbidden, something that is not good, something that is bad for you. So aside from it being food that is bad for you, view this as a symbol of something that is not good that's dressed up as something that looks good, but it's something that's not good for you. So he's looking at a symbol of something that's not good for you. So he's saying, something that's not good for you spiritually, mentally. That's what he's looking at. If you look really close to the illustration, it's actually a small devil's pitchfork sticking out of the ham. And that's also symbolic as well. Let's continue. This is Sam. I'm going to get into the context of the word Sam. The word Sam is not what people think it is. You have to realize that the devil, aka Satan, he has many, many, many names for himself. And one of the names that people historically have called the devil is Sam. The reason why in the Bible, one of the names listed for Satan is this I don't want to say the whole name, but the first 3 letters of the name is S-A-M, and so people just say Sam as a short version of that name. Sam is actually a short version of one of the names of Satan. I don't want to say the name out loud because I don't fool with names dealing to demonic forces, but you can go on Google and look up Sam and its correlation with Satan, and Google will pull up the name. The first 3 letters of that name spell Sam. So historically, if you look up history, people use Sam as a short name for the devil himself. So he's telling you this is Sam. And everyone knows when you open the book, it says, I am Sam. I am Sam. And then it says, Sam, I am. So he's telling you in this red lettering that he is Sam. He's telling you that this is a representation of Satan. And he is riding on the back of a demon. Now you have to keep in mind, this is a book that is meant to fool children. So it's going to look cutesy. It's going to look adorable. It's going to look, oh no, that's just a children's book. They're just talking. You have to think with your third eye. If your third eye is open, this is going to resonate. If it's closed, you're not going to get it. If you don't get it, that's okay, because one day you will. This is something that I woke up to, and I'm showing you. I had been working with children my entire life, and one day I cracked open this book after seeing it my whole life, and it hit me like a ton of bricks what it was actually trying to do to children. And that's when I refused to read any more Dr. Seuss books to children ever again in my life. Continuing. So we have this guy right here. This is the guy on the cover, and he's saying that Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. So there is no particular reason for him not to initially like Sam in the book. Sam has to be a representation of something bad or someone bad for him to just pop off at the beginning and not like this character. They're showing you that Sam has negative intentions in the beginning of the story, that Sam is someone that the original character does not want to fool with, because Sam is a representation of Satan. So we got the initial page where he asks, let me hold it up. I know the lighting is bad. Do you like green eggs and ham? So he's handing him things that he's not supposed to be doing, things that he's not supposed to have on a platter. And he's looking at it, and this character knows that whatever the devil is offering him might look good, but it's something he's not supposed to have. It's something that is bad for him. This can be anything spiritual. It can be anything physical, because the green eggs and ham, remember, is a symbol of things that we are not supposed to be doing or having, of things that are not supposed to be naturally for us. The green eggs and ham are also green because green is the color of new beginnings and new growth. So the satanic character is asking for him to take the bait and take this gift and start something new doing something with him that he's not supposed to do. This is the psychological message that this whole page is sending. This is not just a simple children's book. Dr. Seuss knew exactly what he was doing when he made this book. This is not the story they tell you about him writing this book with certain words to rhyme, to get people to read, children to read. That is not the story. The true story is that he was hiding this spell work and this subconscious message to get into the children's subconscious. It's not going to blatantly tell you we're offering something from Satan, let's take it. It's going into their subconscious. This is what this page is saying. You have to open your third eye. So everyone knows the story. If you don't know the story, they go through this back and forth. Him offering these green eggs and ham. Him saying, do you want them here and there? The guy still says no. Him saying, do you want them, in a house? The guy's still saying no. This is Satan offering something to this man. Guy represents a guy, a man. He represents mankind. He represents us. This is Satan offering him something he's not supposed to have, dressed up to look pretty, and him still denying it. He's offering it. He's walking away. And throughout the whole book, he's offering it in a box. He's saying no. See, he's dressing it up and presenting this evil thing in different ways to make it alluring, and the character is still saying no. This is a psychological attack on children to get them to take whatever bait from Satan that they can. Remember, this is Sam. He represents Satan. He represents us. If you see it that way from the jump, you realize what this book is actually trying to say and what it's trying to psychologically and spiritually do to our children. So he said, not in a box, not with a fox. He's running away. And you see, he's offering it in a car. He's giving him gifts. He's making offerings. I'll give you the car if you take the bait. You take my gifts. You take my things. You can have a car. You have all these things. Where is he getting all this stuff from? He's offering it trillion billion times. He's like, I do not like them. I do not like them. Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Offering it on the train. This is showing you. This is a psychological attack. This character represents Satan. Giving him something he's not supposed to have. And for the longest time in the book, he resists. It's ongoing. They're in a tunnel and he resists. In the darkness, he resists. In the light, he resists. And he keeps resisting. He's like, I do not like them, Sam, I am. Would you like them? Could you with a goat? This is a very important page. It says, could you, and it's not very clear, would you, I'm sorry about my lighting, with a goat. That says goat. You have to realize that the goat is a symbol that originally was not supposed to be used for Satanism, but the Satanists took it over, and now it's used for satanic practices. He's showing himself. Why pick a goat? Why not a cow? Why not a rabbit? Why not any other animal? Why would this character that represents Satan offer this with a goat, which is the symbol of the Baphomet, which is a symbol that Satanists took and used to this day to represent Satan? So we got two symbols of Satan in this card. We got Sam, who is the three-letter short version word of his name. That's Sam. And then we have the Baphomet, which originally was not bad, but they use the Baphomet now for satanic purposes. And this is us. They're going, and boom, they're in the boat. He's following him to the depths of the earth. Offering this. He's saying, I do not like green eggs and ham. They keep going back and forth. And he keeps resisting. They're under the water. He finally pops up on this page. And you can see that he looks sad. He looks worn out. He looks bothered. He looks unhappy. And this is Sam, a.k.a. Satan, still offering this. He has worn him down. And if you read, he's saying, you do not like them, you say. Try them, and you may. He's making him, convincing him, speaking it on him. Try them and you may, I say. Finally, this character who looks very sad, this is supposed to be us, worn out, confused. He says, Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them, you will see. Meaning that Satan kept coming at this man, kept coming at us, who he represents, and kept until he got so tired to say, if you will just let me be, if you will leave me alone, I will try them. I will take your offering of something I'm not supposed to have, spiritually, mentally, whatever it may be, if you will just stop tormenting me and leave me alone. You have to realize what this story is trying to say. If you look at this page, I notice all the other characters in the background look sad. They do not look happy that he is trying this. They all look sad. They don't look happy. And so he looks sad to be eating it, because it shows defeat that he gave in to Satan. Of course, Satan looks happy on this page. I don't know if you can really see. So then he tries it. And he's like, I like green eggs and ham. I do like them. Sam, I am. He finally took the devil's offering. And you can see his little pitchfork. It's still a devil's pitchfork. He could have drew a regular fork. Why is it a devil's pitchfork? And then he's saying, I will eat them with a box. I eat them with a fox. Everybody knows the rest of the story. I will eat them anywhere. And you see Sam. Sam is his friend now. He's following close behind him. And guess what? Now that he's taken Sam's offering, Sam will never leave. This is a psychological attack on children. This whole story is meant to set your child up to take offerings from satanic forces that they're not supposed to have. And these offerings are going to look good, alluring, and they're going to be pushed until your child finally takes this bait. So that is what this story is talking about. This is not the only one. If you read other Dr. Seuss books, there's most of his books, you have to read the book and look at the images. Use your third eye. Look at what they're saying, because it's a lot of hidden messages in his stories. He was hired by the CIA. He was a wizard that put spell work in these books. Every time you read these books, you are reenacting the spell over and over. That's why you need to stop reading these books. You need to stop reading Dr. Seuss books, because you're just reenacting a spell. So tell me what you guys think. If you guys notice anything about Green Eggs and Ham or any Dr. Seuss books, pay very close attention to Dr. Seuss materials, because it's very, very slick and very, very under the radar. But I just want to leave you guys with that, and I will talk to you guys later. And keep a close eye out with these programs and these books for children, because they're hiding it in there. They're not going to come out with scary stuff. It's going to be in stuff that looks like this, that looks cute, and they're trying to trick your children. You have to protect your children. I will be cleansing myself after I put this book down, after I stop this video. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.